All right, that was 15, 5 shots at 15 yards. Let's see how I did. And I put the line of sight exactly on top of the X. I had my front orange dot, my front sight right on top of that X. And you can see point of impact in this case was coming up still, right? So here's my group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right in that zone right there. So here was my 3 yard, 7 yard, and my 15 yard. And what I'm trying to get at is at 8 yards, point of, I'll put this would represent my point of aim. Here's my point of impact. At 7 yards, my point of aim, my point of impact. At 15 yards, my point of aim, my point of impact. It's coming up. And the goal is at 25 yards, my point of aim and point of impact should match each other. One more time. So there we go. 3 yards, 7 yards, getting tighter. 15 yards, getting tighter. And at 25, it should be dead on. I should be able to put that sight right where I want it to hit. Sometimes what happens is that bullet's still rising and you have point of aim is, say, here, and point of impact is a little bit higher. You have to learn your pistol, learn your ammo, and figure out where exactly that's happening. But you can see everything is in the 5 zone right there. It's nice and vertical. I don't have anything varying from left to right or right to left. They're right in that vertical zone, and they're easy to see. Everything is scoreable. Does that make sense? I'll tell you what wasn't scoreable. You have to look right there and go, oh, okay, how many shots are inside that group right there? That's why I circled them early on, and that hole was starting to get bigger. Sometimes that happens whenever you keep hitting the same spot. That hole just gets just a little bit bigger. You may have to point that out to the guy that's scoring your target and say, wait a minute, no, there's 4 shots in there. You know, there's what a 2 shots look like. You get something like this, man, there's 4 or 5 bullets going through that hole right there. And I've seen that happen. The guy that I scored his target at the license to carry, he just tore the hole out of the middle. And when the instructor came around, I said, look, he's got 50 shots all right in here. They made me go through and circle them anyway to account for those 50 shots. And I told him, I said, look, I watched this guy shoot, man. He was dead on. He just tore the middle of that target. It wasn't that anything missed. And what they were looking for, did something, come up and miss the target completely or cut the edge of a target? And I said, no, that guy got 50 out of 50. He had a perfect score. He was definitely a marksman, someone that knew his weapon, knew his point of aim, knew his point of impact. And boy, if I shot a course like that, with the string just like that, all vertical, I'd be very, very pleased. You say, well, why didn't you just shoot out the middle right there? And I just told you why. Well, I didn't aim at the middle the whole darn time. I didn't want 50 shots, going through this hole right here, and then them trying to figure out where in the hell did he miss some? And I can't find 30 of his shots. That's because they all went to the same darn hole. So you see what I did there was 3 yards, I aimed at the 8. 7 yards, I aimed at the 9, and at 15 yards, I aimed at the 10. That gave me the spread that I was looking for that was scoreable. Does that make sense? Because I want them to find every shot. I want every point that I can get when I'm shooting a man-sized target like that. All right, well, practice, steady Eddie. I'll show you the grip. I'll do a little grip video, and that'll help you stabilize that weapon and focus on that front sight and that trigger pull, because that's the key. Front sight and a smooth trigger pull, and getting you back on target. Because this was all slow fire. None of this was rapid fire at all. And the course of fire for the license to carry is slow fire. There's nothing fast about it. All right, so practice with your weapon. I'll show you the grip on the next video.